This is episode 21, determiners. Now let's get stuck into determiners by looking at their semantic, morphological and syntactic properties. Semantic, morphological, syntactic properties. So semantically, a determiner expresses information about the noun that follows. The information can include definiteness, quantity and possession. So I'll write those three down. But that seems a bit complicated, so we'll break it down just a little bit here. When we talk about definiteness, we're talking about, well, how definite something is. So we have three articles that are probably our most commonly used determiners to give us that information. These are a or an and the. They're quite complex, these three articles, but generally speaking we can say that the represents something definite and a and an represent something indefinite. For example, the girl is the girl that both the listener and speaker can identify. Maybe they had been talking about her previously, who knows, but she is a specific girl, so the is talking about a specific thing or a definite thing, and it's therefore called the definite article. A girl, on the other hand, refers to any girl, implying also that it is just one girl, but it doesn't matter who. Therefore, a is indefinite. This, that, these, and those are also determiners. And these determiners all show definiteness, so they are all definite determiners. These are all definite because they are figuratively pointing at something, like a big lexical finger demonstrating what it is you were talking about. Those books on the shelf over there. And just as a implies one, this and that also implies one, whereas these and those suggest many. And in this way, these four demonstratives are not only showing definiteness, they are also sharing information about quantity. So let's move on to quantity, and we'll write them again here. So we have a, this, and that, which makes one, and these, and those, which talk about many, more than one. Any, some, and enough are also examples of determiners that express quantity. So let's write those. Be careful though, because numbers are adjectives. Now, if you're not sure whether a word that is determining quantity is a determiner or an adjective, see if you can put the before it. The 3 pigs. Well, 3 is an adjective here because it works. The some pigs. Nope, that doesn't work because you can't have more than one determiner per noun phrase. So let's write that down to remind us. The some pigs. That's no good because determiners cannot be preceded by other determiners. Let's have a look at possessive determiners. A phrase such as Michael's hat has a determiner in it. Michael is a noun, but the apostrophe S, well, that's a determiner, and it's coming before hat. So other possessive determiners are my, your, his, her, its, our, and their. And of course, the apostrophe S is there too. All of these determiners precede the noun, such as Michael's hat, my hat, our hats, etc., etc. Okay, so here's another semantic feature of determiners is the WH word. Now this can be a determiner when the noun phrase is the focus of the question. So if we look at this question here, which football team do you like best? Okay, and so in this situation, the which is a determiner which is preceding the football team. However, if I said, which do you like the best? Well, there's no determiner in that sentence. All right, so we'll bring our features of a determiner back here, right to the beginning, where we looked at the semantic and morphological syntactic properties, because we've spent a lot of time looking at semantic features, so we better move on to the morphological features. But actually, there's nothing to report. There are no morphological features. So let's write none here. Makes it nice and easy. Yep. And we'll go straight to our syntactic features. There are two syntactic features, although they're very closely related. The first is that a determiner must precede a noun. And therefore, a determiner is always part of a complex noun phrase. So there they are, the semantic features, morphological features, and syntactic behaviour of determiners. And now we're moving increasingly closer to revisiting noun phrases and how they come together. But before we move away from determiners completely, I'd like to spend a short time looking at determiners and pronouns side by side. Because you might remember when we did pronouns that this and that and these and those, they were all pronouns. And now in this video, I've said that they're in fact determiners. And I think it's worth spending a little bit of time to make the distinction between them very clear. And so that's what we're going to do in our next video. And until then, thanks for watching The Language Code.